my life strict with enforcing shit, right? Um, they may take small situations a little too seriously, but that just stems from that trauma. You know what I'm saying? Every day I can get on this video and talk about how a male made me mad today. Even if they just playing. But sometimes I can't tell when a man playing or not. But that's the point. The point is not to have a playful mentality. And not to even play about certain things. And I, as a lesbian, I'm eating, really hate when men or males play around with um with lesbianism. For example, every time I say I'm gay and I'm a lesbian, I hear plenty of men that identify themselves as lesbian. A lesbian is a woman that likes a woman. Most men are playful and they say that they're lesbians because they like women. But you are not a woman. Just like they say studs with a dominant role in a relationship, but we not men. It's a difference. Niggas, and the fucked up part about this is most niggas that do this be ones that be hoes. You know, to me, I was raised in a church, so I value monogamy, you know, because in the Bible, I guess it teaches marriage, or whatever. You know, I say I guess because I don't read the Bible like that anymore. Simply because I don't read as much as I used to. Right now I'm at a stopping point where I'm like not reading, but I know how to read. But the point is, all you men out there, you fellas, it be people that I fuck with that I don't even know. Just random men I meet out here, going to work or walking up the street. And I just want you to know, if you're looking at this video, stop playing around with the word lesbianism. A man cannot be a lesbian. Just like, you know, shit in life gets contradictory. Yes, to me, being a stud is borderline um, transitional male or female, whatever, whichever way you say it, however you look at it. It is because basically you're dressing like the opposite sex. I dress in men apparel. I kind of think I dress unisex because nowadays you can't really tell because you know clothes is clothes. You know, if you ain't got no clothes on your body, you gonna wear whatever you got. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's men or women clothes. So nowadays people can't tell. You know, but what people can tell is if you get money or not. Because well, sometimes people can't even tell that because sometimes you can be fresh as hell and be broke as a motherfucker. I have those days, but not right now. But the point is, man, I get on here and I vent because I just really want men to stop doing that. But I guess this is a never-ending war because they always gonna feel like when a woman dresses in male apparel and she's a stud, that we're insulting their manhood. So I guess it's gonna be a continuous battle that goes on where they play with lesbianism and we insult their manhood by being studs. So I guess it'll just be a never-ending war, and at the end somebody gonna win, you know. But one thing I do know is that, man, it's a lot of strong women out here, man. And like I always say, some people will be like, why would a lesbian that lives a lesbian lifestyle, you know, be with a woman that has kids or has been deep in heterosexuality? Because at the end of the day, it's not always a desperate move. Sometimes you are mature enough to handle this. Sometimes I can look at a woman and I can be like, okay, I admire the fact that you can deal with men because that is something I could never do. I'm not built like that. Because everything men do irritates me. And I take it to a whole nother level than the average woman that likes men. Like, for example, I smoke marijuana. Every now and then, I find somebody that I buy my marijuana from that tests me like that. Because more men than women out here selling drugs. Like, I ain't gonna say it like that. I just, sometimes, I try not to buy weed from men, but sometimes I gotta get it when I need to. And I run into some very disrespectful men. Because usually, niggas that sell drugs are low lives. I don't give a fuck how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? Black people, they either sitting on 1 or 2 pounds, or, you know what I'm saying, getting it from somebody, or they done stole it from somebody. You know what I'm saying? Black people aren't really like drug cartels and shit like that. That's a myth. That's just what I see. That's what I know for a fact. You know what I'm saying? So the point is, they always use that little shit to flex. Like, yeah, I got this, I got that, and you need to fuck with me and disrespect, blah 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 blah. But that's the fucked up shit about the world. Like, people catch shit from, you can catch shit from the air, from scraping yourself and your wound is exposed to shit. And I'm saying all this to say, this is stemming from, coming from the fact that, like, me being feministic and being by enforcing this rape culture thing. A lot of cultures come here and it is in their culture to kiss on the cheek, shake hands. But you gotta understand, to a certain degree, just because somebody might not want you to touch them doesn't mean that they're trying to be a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I grew up with a guy that I know, and he liked me. All the boys I grew up around pretty much liked me. Even if they didn't like me, they wanted to use me or some kind of way because I got a pussy between my legs, right? And this is why I don't respect men, because I've never had respect from men, and this is why I don't respect heterosexuality as a whole, because it's a lot of shit that's normal about being heterosexuality. I mean, about being a heterosexual that I don't think should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking, what they call it? Chivalry. That shit is dead. That's that's not something that I want a man to do for me. I don't want to see a man. This just recently happened. I had a dude pull up and I bought some weed off of him. And he hop out the car and the first thing he want to do is kiss me on my face. That's not chivalry. For one, that's gross. Because number two, you don't know what I got. But that's why I said, I think he was like Jamaican or something. And that's why I don't like niggas that's from other countries. Because they come out here and they're very desperate. And you can tell, like, I'm in America. I'm going to tame these women. They have that mentality. Like, I had a guy like me growing up. He was like part African Jamaican. Most Jamaicans are mixed with African descent. They are desperate, active men. If you run into these people, you need to try to get away because you ain't gonna never be able to escape them. I promise you, because they really do have this desperate mentality and they want to fit in with American culture, and they do have gangs and shit out there like the Zopan that teaches them to hate us. You know what I'm saying? So they want to torture us. They want to, you know what I'm saying? They want to get our attention. And this is why I regret growing up in Atlanta and why I moved. Because I can't escape these people. I got people that's a part of my family and people that I helped out that I really wish I didn't because I really don't like them. And that's just real shit. Like, it take a lot for me to really truly like a person. And most of the people in my life, I don't like them. I mean, even my mom told me at one point, you know, because I was like bad and rebelling a little bit. I mean, but I had good reason. All kind of shit was going on in our household. She said, "Man, Sade, I love my daughter, but I don't like your ass." I feel the same way about most people. You can get, I can give you love. I can show you consideration and all this, but I don't like you. That's why I'm always venting, because there's a lot of stuff throughout my daily life every day that irks the fuck out of me. And this is as mature as I can be right now. I'm talking about, man, if you ever run into them damn Jamaicans and them damn Haitians and shit, you better hope you can get out of escape that shit, because they really are desperate for friendships and shit. That's why they got their little game, because they don't fit in. You know, when they come here, they're stigmatized. Oh, Jamaicans are nasty, this, that, and the third. That's how usually Americans look at them. And that's why when they do uh befriend somebody, or they associate themselves with somebody, or however you get to know them, they ain't gonna leave your ass alone. You know what I'm saying? And the shit is so nerve wracking, and that's what their intent is to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, these motherfuckers will get your name tatted and all kind of shit. That shit ain't cool to me. Like, that's a curse. Like I said, my morals stem from church. Going to church. A lot of people be out here making desperate moves. And we gotta get away from that. Fatal attractions, all that. I'm just open up the lines of communication within the community, and hopefully somebody see this video and read between the lines and try to understand what I'm trying to, the point I'm trying to make. The discussions, create a discussion, bro. How can we get rid of this stuff? Crazy people. I'm not perfect. That's why I'm making this video too. I'm making this video for myself too. Crazy people, desperate people. But everybody don't start off crazy unless you were really born under some retarded circumstances. I grew up in the hood, and that's something that I can never forget, no matter how many times I visited the suburbs or stayed in the suburbs in my life. There is a traumatizing effect to living in an area where a highly concentrated amount of crime happens. It kind of fucks with your mind. You grow up, it's like menace to society. You hear gunshots outside. Every alarm on the car when somebody's breaking into this shit. That's how you know you're from the hood. Like, period. So I guess growing up in the hood, being a female, kind of like made me more of a stud and have a butch mentality. Even though I'm not hard, but I'm still considered an alpha female to most, because alpha females do things like have interest in guns and exercise, and what I'm saying, these are things that are looked upon as masculine, right? Like, girly girls, they don't hardly do things like this. They wanna like lay down on feathers and get carried around and shit and not fall and sit on jackets on the ground and shit. They don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm an alpha female. I like to do rough shit because I just do. I feel like it makes you a better person. That's what makes me alpha female. I guess I feel like doing masculine things are more credible and more just seem better to me naturally. I just think that you will get more respect doing masculine things, because from what I see growing up, that's what people respect. Muscle. They respect, you know what I'm saying, authority, and you gotta have a certain level of assertiveness. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's kind of hard, because you gotta find people in your own group. I gotta get around more lesbians. You can't tell nowadays. Like I said, I got a weird life story. I've never liked men, and I had to understand it growing up as a lesbian. Like, you gonna face some shit. Niggas gonna hate on you. And me being through the things I've been through, I'm not sure how much I will mature in my thinking, but I definitely do not understand why women like men. And sometimes women like men, and the men are getting used, and sometimes they really don't want to be with them. And I gotta understand that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just depends on what dynamic. Like, when it comes to the streets, most niggas in the streets ain't gonna get no love. You know what I'm saying? Because you out there acting reckless, you know what I'm saying, putting on a show, being a clown basically. You ain't gonna never get real solid love because you don't deserve it if you out there killing people recklessly and doing this and then the third. Not saying you won't get love, but it ain't gonna never you ain't gonna never be fulfilled because I don't care how you look at it. Motherfuckers that do shit out here, serial killers and all that, they got a conscience. It just get covered up some kind of way or it gets um minimized. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes trauma hits people different ways. Some people get numb. Some people, become drug addicts. However, that's what it did to me. I like to drink and I like to smoke weed and I smoke cigarettes. Do I like doing all those? No, because I'm into fitness. Is it slowing down my progress? 9 times 10, yeah, I think so. Because mentally, I know that I'm doing these things and they're not necessarily good for me. So yes, it is slowing down me mentally, socially, physically. Because your mind got to be right. Without your mind, you couldn't do half the shit you do in life. And that's just real talk. So, I just made this video for no reason. And I'm going to try to get on here and talk more shit and get on YouTube. And if anybody want to know my opinion about something, ask me. I'm not no educated person. I'm just a regular person in the world. And I record my life every day because I don't know what's going to happen to me. And I just want people to understand that I am a full-blown lesbian. I'm a stud. You know what I'm saying? I think, like I said, stud is, the baby term for when you a kid. But as you get older, you're basically like a butch. You know. And there's rules and stuff. But that's what I consider myself. Because I don't like being in submissive positions. I don't know. It's just a mental thing. I've been bitched a lot of times in my life, so it's an uncomfortable thing. Like being identifying myself, even though I enjoy womanhood, identifying myself as like, oh, I'm a girl. That's why it's hard. Growing up, being molested, and being taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? Being narcissistic. You kind of don't know what to identify yourself as. You just want to be more stronger willed than you come off. And that's basically what it is. So, everybody like what they like, want to do what they want to do. Like right now in life, I'm in a room right now. Eventually, I'm gonna have my own little spot, whether I got a roommate or not, and I'm just gonna be chilling, bro. In life, one thing about it, if you do ever come up on some money, you'll realize that it's all about the simple things at the end of the day. Because money can buy you shit, but money and time ain't the same thing. You feel me? Money can't compare to time. You know what I'm trying to say, but you can pay for shit all day long, but is it valuable? That's one thing you learn when you about third grade. You learn value, quality, these types of words, these type of concepts. Like, you'll learn in life that it's not about certain things that you thought life was about. It's really about the simple things. And that's how I look at it. Shit. I enjoy the simple things in life. Like men respecting my personal space. You know what I'm saying? If I could see more men not do that, that would be cool. But guess what? Like somebody out here told me, what's the oldest profession in the world? Prostitution. I am against prostitution. Because for one, I feel like I said, I'm an alpha female. I feel like a woman in the street shouldn't be a prostitute. Neither a man. But I'm speaking all from a woman's perspective, from a female's perspective of wanting women to be more solid out here. I don't think a woman should sell her pussy. For the simple fact that you're going to encourage and instill in men that it's okay to disrespect women and belittle women and know that a woman will stoop that low to make some money or get some attention. I just want to remove that mentality, man. I want to see more bitches. You know, it might not be right, but I want to see more bitches robbing niggas. More bitches doing masculine shit, not submissive shit to get money. Nah, you want some money? Don't fuck that nigga, rob his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sound wrong, but you get what I'm saying. But for real, don't be out there doing crime. Get you a job, for real. I'm not speaking on behalf of the whole lesbian community and all butches, but by any means, get your motherfucking money. But just try not to open your legs for it, because that fucks it up for women that don't even want to be on that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you fuck around and somebody does something disrespectful because they a trick, and you gonna have to end their life or damn near in their life. Cause I done been in situations like that. I'm like, nigga, trying to be brothers with a nigga and he just a trick. And I'm like, boom, he tried me and his damn life is almost took. Cause I'm a dyke, right? I'm a dyke because only a dyke will go to that degree, that measure. No, I'm just a person that wants respect. And I'm not getting my respect by fucking niggas out here. Period. I'm not. And I'm finished.